This is Un Mexicano in Wisconsin, and today I am streaming to you from the beautiful South Texas, the Rio Grande Valley of South Texas. Right now I'm with my brother, Mundo.
Hello.
Some of you, have you been to my dining room viewers, so don't worry about it. Some of you, have you been to my streams before? He's Ed Lobo 2K, algo así.
Yes.
And right now we are going from Harlingen, Texas, west on Highway 83 to the city of McAllen, Texas, to buy some delicious tamales. I am in South Texas right now, visiting my parents. And so yeah, this is where we are. Okay, yeah. No hay nadie, pero es the intro. Y si la hice bien, porque maybe it's already cut off again, pero quién sabe, we'll see.
So is this gonna be, is it live or?
No, it's live. So si lo hice bien, it's live. So right now I'm broadcasting.
But it's not gonna be saved anywhere, right?
No, on Twitch.
On Twitch, you'll be there forever?
No, for about a week. Y luego lo que yo hago, I download it into YouTube. And then it's there forever.
Oh. So they get to see the wonderful driving skills of the people in South Texas.
Pues sí, pero you know, I don't think everybody has seen my YouTube channel because porque lo pongo en un YouTube channel que se llama Wismex. Pero that one I don't, como dicen, no lo patrocino. I don't say, hey, come watch me. Pero sí, I mean, what happens is that a veces there's people viewing, but it doesn't come out, or I don't see it. So, yeah. So right now, ¿qué? ¿Cuál es la temperatura aquí? It is 93 degrees in South Texas, que no está mal hasta eso. It's not that fresh. It's not that bad, yeah.
Nice and cool.
Oh, we have one viewer. Hello, viewer. Welcome to Un Mexicano in Wisconsin. Although right now I'm not in Wisconsin, I am in beautiful Rio Grande Valley of Texas. I'm driving here with my brother. We're going to pick up some tamales in McAllen. So it's a, what, 45-minute drive? 20-minute drive. Going west on Highway 83. 93 degrees, humid as hell. If hell is humid. Rio Grande Valley known for its palm trees. So ahí estamos. So yeah, we're live and we have a viewer, Mundo. Yeah, so it's my oldest brother. But we want him to drive, not to wave at people, porque I don't want to die. So these tamales, they're good tamales, okay?
They're supposed to be one of the best ones here.
But you know what? I'm gonna give you, espérame, because people can't hear you. So ponte el otro earpod, so you can get all my earwax en el izquierdo, left ear.
So you can hear me?
So I think they should, if he has a mic, they should be able to hear you. I don't know who the viewer is, but if you can tell me if you can hear my brother, Diego.
Hello.
If you could hear the second one, appreciate if you let us know. But as I was telling you, sometimes the viewers, they come in and out, but I don't see it that well here on my phone, so. Blue sky in South Texas. Wait, there's some buenos tamales? Like, good?
They're really good.
They're like, it's tipo northern Mexico, tipo Guadalajara, what kind of style, what type of tamales? Mexico City?
Mexico City.
Oh, really? Mexico City tamales? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that reminds me, Franco, our friend from
Sí, de high school.
from high school, yeah, he's in
Library of Congress.
Washington,
Yeah, he's in the library.
he seems to be an expert on the food, on good things.
Yeah, he likes that stuff. Yeah, he's good at it. Pues a veces se puede hacer salsas or he makes guisado and I'm like, oh man, that looks good.
He's in talent.
Yeah, last time I was there, he put pictures on Facebook. He's like, hey, give me a call if you're here. It's like, yeah, we're back. It's like, I'll give you a tour of the library. It's like, well, con 5 niños, and then we were with Michelle's brother Joey, and his babies, and then we live like an hour from Washington D.C., so it was always a pain to do anything.
But everything is free in Washington, right? All the museums and...
I think they're free or they're like nothing, yeah. And they're nice. ¿Pues tú has ido a Washington D.C. o no?
No, we wanted to go. Take my family.
Pues maybe si este Trump gana, go to the inauguration.
There you go, right?
Pero es en January, está bien frío. ¿Esta qué es?
What?
¿Esta es la feria?
La feria. See that? It says right there.
¿Eso qué es? ¿Es una iglesia? For sale? Oh, First National Bank. Oh, I thought it was a church. Oh, sí, we're en la feria. ¿Cómo se llama la feria de Mascot? La feria high school, ahí está. No, that's not the high school, ¿sí?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ahí en Wisconsin, if you're bilingual in Spanish, you're like, oh my gosh, you speak both languages. You're very, very important.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here it's like everyone's bilingual.
Yeah, I listen to some Texas.
In YouTube, if like when I put this in YouTube, I'm gonna get I can get a copyright strike or a copyright whatever.
Oh, if you're listening to...
Well, if you have this kind of music in the background, they can give you a copyright strike. A strike or a claim. So a claim, basically, what happens, I think, is que they might put ads on your video, but the money goes to the person who puts the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or to the whatever company. ¿Cuándo pegó Hannah the hurricane last week? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Oh, it was probably about a month.
Oh, a month ago, okay. But it wasn't that bad, ¿verdad?
No, it was a lot of rain. It was nice. It was windy though.
Hey, Alex! Little man, that's Alex. What's up? He's in Dallas. How's Dallas, Alex? I think that's the one viewer, but I'm not sure. Hey, Alex, can you hear your uncle Mundo Dialgo?
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Can you hear him, Alex? Because I stay. He's borrowing my other earpod. We're sharing earwax today. Pretty good. Just got back to camp. Where were you if you just got back from campus? We're gonna be partying out at Deep Ellum, Alex. Yeah, Alex, tell your friends to follow me on Twitch and on YouTube. Un Mexicano in Wisconsin. I need the subscribers. I'm up to 148. Little people here are being loud. Little people? What? Oh, little people here are being loud. But can you hear? So that's yes, you can hear your uncle? That's your uncle right there, Tio Mundo.
Hey, Alex.
Are you with Max, Alex? Because I want to say stuff, but I don't want to say it if Max is around. Porque los amiguitos de Alex, hijo de su pelona. Great. Oh yeah, he can hear you. Oh good, so the sharing of the earwax works. So Alex, we are going to McAllen, the city of McAllen, Texas, which is about a 40-mile drive from Harlingen, to pick up some tamales. Some very good tamales, supposedly. Because we're driving 40 miles to pick up tamales. Alright, sounds good. I won't say anything about your people in Dallas. You know, Alex, I was in Dallas for about 3 hours on my way down here at the airport. Bring some to Dallas. Yeah, they're not going to last, Alex. If you go to the Oak Cliff part of Dallas, that's the Mexican part. Oh, that's a good restaurant. Calle 12, I think. It's a very good Mexican restaurant in Dallas. Probably expensive, but good stuff. Oh, you were in class. Oh, yeah. I was in class when I was in yeah.
So is Alex in class already? Started school already?
Yeah, he started last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that.
So are they doing online classes or in person, face to face?
I think Alex said, all right, Alex, have fun. His phone is about to die. His phone is about to die. Deuce. Yeah, Alex, see ya. No, so they're in class, but he has one class, economics, is online. But that's the thing, the schools want to have in class so they can get the room board.
Yeah.
Because if you have, also this here over here for, this here is a canal for back before they had the dams of the Rio Grande. They used to have, if the Rio Grande was too much water, they would use this so that it wouldn't flood downstream. But they don't use that anymore.
Oh, they use that?
Oh, they still do?
Yeah.
The Rio Grande doesn't get that big, does it?
No, what happens is a lot of areas flood, so a lot of that water goes into this.
This channel.
The channel.
It goes to the sea, but
That diverges.
to the Gulf.
Yeah, diverges all the water into the Gulf, and it has gotten pretty full.
Yeah, are you guys having it in class or how are you guys doing it?
We're gonna do online for the first month. So on October 8th, we're gonna be doing face-to-face, but we're only gonna have like 10 students per class, even though our class might be 30 students. So 20 of them are gonna be online, and only 10 in
Are
class.
they going to rotate?
I don't know if we're gonna rotate or not. Probably not.
For that one viewer that's left, there were two for a second, but one of them left. Whoever is watching this, Mundo here is a high school teacher. He teaches robotics
Robotics and IT,
and IT.
information technology.
Yeah. Have you seen that show, that British show, the IT Crowd, the IT Crowd?
Is it good?
It's funny. I wouldn't recommend you watching it with your younger girls. Marco must get a kick out of it. It's funny. Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Why don't you give an account to my parents? Give me your password.
I think they'll. Can I do that?
Well, we used to have Andres' password. He's in California. I used to watch Netflix in Wisconsin. Unless it's illegal and the FBI is listening, then I didn't do it. Because I was going to watch him, Jessica Franco's Camilla, the comedian. Se lo servía para anoche. And I was going to show it to my mom, pero pues nada. Game night 222. Oh, that's I think that's Carlos. No, is that your dad? Game night 122. I mean your son.
Marco?
I think that's one. But no, Marco is Bad Wolf 778. Don't crash. Well, I'm not driving, so it will be. It's my brother who's driving, so we're sharing earpods, so we're sharing earwax. Oye Mundo, my mom just went Facebook Live. I don't think she realizes that she went Facebook Live.
She probably pressed something.
Yeah. For game night 122, we are going east. We're going west on Highway 83. Oh, I was saying because I want to go to the beach.
You want to go to the beach when?
Because I guess tomorrow, because next week you're in class, so we can go to the beach.
Well, next week we're starting.
School, right?
Well, school starts the week after.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys were. Oh no, it's Carlos and people in Houston who are in school. And Aaliyah and Noah, well, up in Wisconsin, they start next week.
Really?
Yeah, but Aaliyah and Noah go to a different school district than Gracie. So Aaliyah and Noah are in person, everything. Grace is online, everything. It's kind of a pain.
Is she good at being online by herself?
Well, so what's going to happen is the days that I have her, she's going to go with me to work. So she'll sit on a chair next to me and work.
And bug you. That need help. That need help. That need help.
And y luego, the days when she's with Michelle, because Michelle doesn't work those days. So, what is this? What town is this?
This is.
Donna? No. That's a huge stadium over there.
Oh yeah.
They didn't used to have it. Well, no, you're drifting. And
Drifting?
Not in a cool way. What stadium is it? Oh, that's Donna Redskins. Oh no, West Laco. We're in West Laco. That's why it's a big stadium. Or a bigger stadium. Yeah, Bobo Stadium in Harlingen looks very nice. Holy cow, they really worked on that. I walked by it this morning on my stream that didn't stream. Whoopsies.
It's been all man.
Oh, Mundo, that restaurant in Milano is a good Italian restaurant. I used to go there. We went there a couple of times. Yeah, Pogo Stadium in Altas Palmas. So yeah, as I said earlier, the Rio Grande Valley is known for its palm trees. There's actually a town called Altas Palmas, which means tall palm trees. I wonder why it has that name. Can anybody guess? Yeah, ¿cómo se llama?
Resort.
What's an RV? Oh, resort. Excuse me. In Oshkosh, up in Wisconsin, there's something called instead of Las Vegas, it's Osh Vegas.
Oh, you said that?
And it's an RV place where people go and do stuff. Where in McAllen are these tamales?
Where in McAllen?
Yeah, like
Towards the north side.
oh, okay. Better be darn good tamales because we're going all the way over there.
It's not far.
It's like when I go from Appleton to Green Bay, it's a good half an hour, 40-minute drive. So, Whataburger, best fast food burgers in the world. Even better than Culver's or Wisconsin. Now we're going by Donna, Texas, home of the Redskins. I wonder how long it's gonna stay.
Before they get lost.
Yeah. You remember one time when our sister Elisa was in high school? No, junior high or high school? I think it was junior high. She had a basketball tournament here in Donna. It was junior high. And we came to see her, Mundo and I. And there's this tournament and there's nobody in the stands, just Mundo and I. ¿Es tuyo o era Juan Pablo? Oh, so we went and we're sitting there watching the game, and then Elisa goes in, my sister. We're like, go Elisa, shoot, go on. No, oh come on. So it's just two of us in this little gym, and my sister got nervous. At some point, the coach goes, Elisa, don't listen to the crowd, and I yell back, what crowd? There's just two of us. And after that, Elisa asked my parents not to let us go to her games anymore. Ungrateful, that's all I gotta say. I didn't realize you guys had Lowe's here in Texas.
Yeah. You got them over there too?
Not in Wisconsin, pero in Illinois. When I drive down here, I have Illinois, St. Louis, Tennessee, Arkansas.
You guys have Buc-ee's over there?
No, we don't.
You stop at the Buc-ee's?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have.
They're nice.
They have clean bathrooms. Very important when you're traveling.
You take a shower there too.
Yeah, up in Wisconsin they have quick trips. They're not as big as Buc-ee's, and not all of them have showers, but that's the gas station. According to you, we have 2 viewers on this. We have 2 viewers, yeah. So, obviously I don't do this for the money. But if we have viewers right now, don't forget to check my YouTube channel, Un Mexicano in Wisconsin, which I do not put my streams there. It has to do with immigration and time lapses of me driving. And you can also check my son's Twitch channel. I think it's Andres Lopez 08. And he does games. What the heck is going on? Look at cops. What are they doing? Something happened. For those of you who are watching who might not know, we are you will say 5 miles north of the Mexican border? Is that far?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe even less. So another stop close on here. I would think that Analia or Grace Analia would be watching us, but maybe not. So are we? What is it? We're in Alamo. So we're in what's called known as PSGA, Far San Juan Alamo.
Yeah.
And they still have one high school together, or they have it divided? Do you know?
It's one school district. PSGA school district.
Oh, so there's still one. Okay, Far San Juan Alamo. Yeah.
But they're growing a lot.
Yeah, I would think so.
You got some really nice water parks, public water parks.
In in San Juan or where?
Yeah. Because of the, I guess the drug money that they have collected over the years.
The alleged drug money, let's not say that.
The city used that money to build some really nice water parks.
Hey, that works, man. Wait, is that flag at Our Lady of San Juan or what?
Huh?
Is that what that flag is, or what is that flag?
I don't know. It's the first time I see it. No, that's Audi. Or, yeah, Audi flag.
Oh, interesting. So this is Virgen de San Juan Basilica and Shrine. So for those of you, and if there's two of you, that's good. Here in the valley, we have a shrine to Our Lady of San Juan de los Lagos in Mexico. So here we have a shrine that back in the 1960s, some crazy dude that hated Catholics got on a plane and crashed into the shrine and burned down the shrine. So they had to rebuild it in the 60s or 70s, you know?
Somewhere around there.
So anyways.
But Catholics being wanting to do things bigger and better, right?
Sure.
After a tragedy, they built a huge basilica.
Yeah, and it's coming up. You can see it in the background at the tower. Unfortunately, it was built in a very non-traditional architecture, but it's beautiful. It had it in its own way. Is that pretty political? Is that pretty good? So there it is over there.
Well, it doesn't look like a warehouse. Some churches.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it has that. Did you say it doesn't look, or it does look like?
It doesn't look like a warehouse.
Yeah, it doesn't look. But there it is there it is, Our Lady of San Juan de los Lagos shrine here, and that's why this town is called San Juan. And San Juan de los Lagos is somewhere in. You gotta look up my brother too. It's in San Juan, in ¿cómo se dice? Jalisco, Mexico. And this is the western part of the Rio Grande Valley, so we are farther away from, the beach, from the Gulf. So it's the same, no?
What?
It's the same, flat and
Yes, it's about it.
it's flat, palm trees, hot, humid. Now we're going to Edinburgh, where the University of Texas Edinburgh campus is. ¿Cómo se llamaba antes? Whoa. What was the name of this university?
Well, now it's UT.
It was Pan American University.
Pan American.
It used to be now it's UT Panam. How far is it?
Not far.
No, but you go far because we're in far. This is the exit to go to far. Esta Carmen vive aquí en Edinburgh, ¿verdad? Todavía?
Carmen,
Yeah, so my cousin, she lives here in Edinburgh. Not to be confused with Edinburgh, Scotland. We're definitely not Scotland because it's hot here. Oh, this is. I just noticed this. You see the sign at the bottom here, that little sign? This is a hurricane evacuation route.
oh yeah.
Is that golf over there? That long thing over the big thing? I guess that's where they practice golf, for that. It's a golf driving.
Oh, that's yes.
Golf driving. So this is Edinburgh. So we're not in McAllen. So we're not gonna go to McAllen.
No, McAllen is a little further.
Okay, so
It's
we're actually in
about
Edinburgh.
1 or 2 exits.
So I lied to my 2 streamers or 2 viewers.
Well, not really, because
Well, that's okay because when I started, nobody was watching, so they didn't know I said I'm going to McAllen, but we're actually going to Edinburgh.
no. I mean, we're taking the exit to Edinburgh, but we're gonna get out and go into McAllen.
Oh, okay. So never mind. So I didn't lie to nobody. I didn't lie to nobody. That doesn't sound correct, but that's exactly what I meant. Ay, Diosito Santo. So for historical perspective, we arrived in the Rio Grande Valley in 1986. Hace 44 años, hijo, so 44 years? No, not 44, I'm sorry, 34, no? 9, 10, 11, yeah, 34 years ago.
1986, you said?
Pues sí, right after the World Cup, remember? Mexico City, or Mexico. going 281 or
Yeah, this is 281. You take this one going north.
San Antonio, ¿verdad?
San Antonio.
Y is it like a highway the whole way, or is it go
It's a
down to
highway.
Okay. Because back when I was in Dallas, one of my friends lived in McAllen because it's La Unión de Reynosa, and he didn't want to take 77 down. It's like, no, we're going to take 281 to McAllen. Digo, está bueno. It's one way each way highway. Digo, no, hombre.
Yeah, they made
Oh
it.
no, we're down to one viewer. We lost a viewer.
So here we're gonna turn to the left.
So we're going north right now, and we're gonna go back west. Hi Mundo, and me pusiste por un gentleman's club. People are gonna say that this is what we do.
Well, thankfully there's not many here.
Oh yeah. Did you eat lunch?
No.
Yo tampoco. Pues ahorita vamos a agarrar tamales.
Yeah. We'll have a late lunch.
Ay. Yes, they do have Taco Bells in South Texas. We have tons of Mexican food. Pero we have Taco Bells. See, Marco should have come. He would have been part of our stream.
Right.
But they would have taken out the earpods so they could hear him. The problem with the earpods, I think you hear everything better than, or like all the bumps and whatever.
Earbuds?
Yeah, because they're more sensitive. But that's one time I was talking on the phone with Andres, and I was driving, and he's like, "Yeah, that's too sensitive." So I put on the headphones. ¿Qué son esos mundos? These
These are
Orange trees?
Grapevines. I mean,
Grape-
oranges.
yeah, orange. It's an orange grove. So if my one viewer, or how many viewers I have now, maybe none. If you guys are not from the Rio Grande Valley, but you guys like oranges in the United States, it's a good chance they're from this area. Rio Grande Valley is known for many things, but citruses, grapefruits, oranges. No limones, ¿verdad? Not lemons.
Yeah, we have the Valley Lemon.
Or do we?
I got a Valley Lemon tree in my backyard.
Oh, okay. When we buy grapefruits and oranges at Sam's up in Wisconsin, the grapefruits are almost always from West Laco.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oranges sometimes they're from other places, from California. But the grapefruits almost always from West Laco. Eddie's, los mejores tacos del RGV, Rio Grande Valley. Well, that's what they say. It used to be a gas station, now it's a restaurant. That's funny. But that's good because you have a parking lot that's covered, which in the Rio Grande Valley shade is important. Porque hijos de su fregada. You know, I don't think I've been to McAllen Ironbook that much.
You haven't?
No. Because when I was in high school, I was venía a soccer games, but so we came to the high schools. Oh, and then that Spanish. Were you in the Spanish competition or no?
No.
You never came to those? So that was it. Well, I have a client, es Hispano. And we're talking, and he was talking, and I was like, he goes, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Texas." He goes, "Where in Texas?" Dice, pues the Rio Grande Valley. Digo, "Where in the valley?" Dice, pues McAllen. Le digo, "Yeah, you sound like you're from the valley." Le digo, so I says, "Are you a bulldog or you an eagle?" He said, "I'm an eagle." Le digo, "Okay." Me dice, "Pues where are you from?" Le digo, "Pues I'm from Mexico, but I graduated high school in Harlingen." And he started laughing. And he hired me. That's a good thing.
I guess so.
Yeah, he was in the Navy, and he met his fiancée in South Korea, so we're bringing her here. Except that now, because of COVID, it's going to take longer. Because they closed all the embassies and consulates overseas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that. They didn't close them. They closed them to visa interviews. So if you're a U.S. citizen in Mexico City, you need something done, they'll be open for you. Pero some of them are reopening little by little. Pero, I mean, the one I deal with all the time is in Ciudad Juárez, the U.S. consulate there. And they're not opening for interviews yet.
But she has a pretty good chance of
Oh yeah, she'll get good. Yeah, she'll. Yeah, it's a fiancé visa, so she's gonna come and marry him here, and then she'll apply for a green card. Pero oh yeah, she'll get it. There's no issues. I mean, South Korea, we have that with something called the ESTA program. They can come for 90 days without a visa. Then you just do something online to get a permit. Very simple.
So we like South Koreans,
Well,
as opposed to North Koreans.
right, yeah, we like South Koreans, Western Europeans, Australians, and New Zealanders. You know what's weird? Andres, my oldest. Of course, you know this, but for my one viewer, in case he doesn't know that I have a son named Andres, who's my oldest. You know, he plays soccer in a semi-professional team in Southern California. The owner of the team, his name is something like Hugh Lopez, because his dad is Mexican and his mom is South Korean. So he has a South Korean first name, but Lopez last name, Mexican Spanish last name.
Wow.
Oh, so we're close to Memorial High School, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're in McAllen now.
Yeah, this is my college.
Yeah, so McAllen East used to be like the rich town in the valley, ¿verdad?
Well, it's where everything's happening.
Yeah, it's the Fresa town in Mexican
A lot
terms.
of Mexicans, rich Mexicans come and live over here. There's a town west of McAllen, northwest, Sherryland. Now that town is said to be mainly inhabited by drug dealers from Mexico.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
We can't prove it. And if there are any drug dealers watching this, please don't kill us.
There's a bunch of, it's a lot of money in that town. It's a tiny little town with a bunch of huge mansions. Yeah. And the school district is, benefits from all that money.
Porque when we were in high school, Sherland was a Division 3 school, or not Division 3, what do they call them here? 5A, 3A.
3A.
Yeah, so and it was a rinky-dinky town and poor town and nobody cared.
It was all just,
Very rural.
rural area.
But in the valley, so Brownsville is the big town, pero bien pobrecitos todos. As they would say here in the valley, puro mexicano. But yeah, by the way, the joke is it's Brownsville not because all the people are brown, but because of the Fort Brown. Pero luego, so Harlingen, it was like the town with the airport, ¿verdad?
Yeah, with the.
But then McAllen was the rich town, the rich people town.
Well, all the towns are like Harlingen because it's more family oriented, family friendly.
How big is Harlingen now? 70,000?
I think we already passed the 100,000.
Harlingen?
I think so.
Pasu Mecha. We only 2 high schools, huh?
Well, they're about to open up another one. Of course, they don't like to say that because it screws up the. Somebody's not paying attention.
They're on their phones. I'm on my phone, but I'm not driving. And I'm not really doing anything. I'm just holding it up on my tripod so you guys can see where we're going. So this is McAllen. 10th Street and Nolana Drive. Well, Nolana Avenue. This is one of those important avenues in McAllen, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm. This is the most busiest intersection, I guess.
Yeah, so this is McAllen, Texas. McAllen has, 3 high schools? Or 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had 2 before Harlingen. Analia is on. Hey, Analia. I'm here with you, Tio Mundo. There he is. Don't say hi to the camera because you're driving.
Hi.
Chihuahuas. And we are going, well, we're now in McAllen, Texas, which is about a 45-minute drive, 30-minute drive from Harlingen. We're buying tamales. Nothing is in the way, I see. What does that mean? Nothing's. Well, yeah, there's nothing in the way. What? Where is she? Hi, she says, hi, uncle. Remember, we call the ones from my side of the family Tio Mundo, Tio Juan Pablo, Tio Miguel Ángel, Tia Elisa, Tio Brian.
Delia's.
Yeah, oh, we're going to Delia. They specialize in tamales. And Delia says hi, by the way. Oh, you see.
So here's where we're going to buy her next car.
¿Para quién?
For Analia.
Oh, here. Oh, Delia she doesn't get to drive. Noah drives now.
Oh, really?
That's scary. In your old car, there's ha 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 ha. Hi, Analia's complaining. She's gonna complain. She takes after her mom. Don't tell her I said that. Hopefully she's not listening because she's gonna kill me. Sorry, Shell, if you're listening. Just kidding. Chihuahuas. Delia's, look at Analia. Delia's is specializing in tamales. Yeah, so she complains because when I stream in my car, I have my, what I do is when I drive is that I put it on on the dashboard. And so there's something on the way that bothers her.
Do they have those things over there in Wisconsin?
What, HEBs?
Those towers?
What is that tower for?
To monitor
It's like,
people in case there's some.
oh, because of the bank? Or why?
That and the HEB.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Nadia, look at that. Imagine that in Wisconsin when you go to Walmart, you have a police tower that's monitoring people. No, we don't. No, we're in the Fox Valley in Wisconsin. The people are
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, people, like old people, go to the post office and leave their car on so it doesn't get cold. They walk in, talk to the people for half an hour, come back, their car's still there.
Oh wow.
No issues. Oh, I think Alia's gone. We're down to one viewer. Well, we had one viewer for our longest time, so I don't know who that was. Can I figure out? Oh no. Mute microphone, hide chat, lock screen. Nope, I don't want to do any of those things. This is lo que hago. I just kind of do this, and like when I'm driving from the oficina to the courthouse, half an hour away, I just put it and I start just talking to people.
So you're streaming.
Yeah.
And those are, they stay in Twitch for a week, you say?
For a month, and then they go away. But I download them on YouTube just for the fun of it. Porque los tengo, I don't want to lose them. Estoy ofertando.
Well, Marco's newfound hobby is to, do
YouTube videos. Palm trees. It's been a while. Yeah, Nalia, you missed the ones. If you stay in this. Oh, Nalia saying palm trees. It's been a while. Yeah, if you stay on the stream, Nalia, for a long time, when we drive back, you'll see the tall ones. I mean, these are tall, pretty tall in the background there. Oh, look, there's a. ¿Cómo se dice libélula en español? En inglés?
Okay.
Libélula.
Oh, dragonfly.
Dragonfly, but he just went away. Okay. Yesterday I was showing my dad YouTube, cómo llegar a YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Y dice, ¿qué es esto? Pues son videos. ¿De qué? Whatever you want. You can type whatever you want and there'll be videos. Y le pongo, pon balacer en la Matamoros. A shoot up en Matamoros. Mira, hace 5 años, hace 3 años, hace un mes. Le digo, pues sí, Matamoros, there's people shoot up all the time. Are you gonna go to the beach today? No, not today. Actually, you know what, Analia? Had you been on the stream earlier, had you joined us earlier, I was talking to Tio Mundo about that. Because I need a ride to the beach. Because my mom's car is not working and my dad's car is not working. But if I go to the beach, I can stream from there because the
Wi-Fi is not stream.
The Wi-Fi is not stream, yeah. Because on Monday, every Monday at Work Mundo, we have meetings, and because of the COVID-19, we started doing them on Zoom, and now we're just doing them on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'm on vacation, so I don't have to go to the meeting, but I want to go to the beach and do it from the beach. Just to tell people, yeah, I'm in my new office. And then on Tuesday I have a court appearance via, it's not Zoom, but it's something similar to Zoom.
So you're going to do it from the beach?
Oh, I want to do it. I want to be with the courthouse and just have the beach in the background, but I don't think that would be appropriate. But I do want to do it from somewhere where there will be a palm tree in the background, the outside. Analia, you by yourself or is Grace by you? Where are you, Analia? My one viewer. Well, how many viewers do I have, Analia? For whatever reason, I can never tell how many viewers I have, but Analia can. Speaking of which, Nalia, it's hot here. It is 93 degrees and humid as heck. 93 degrees, really? I think it's more than that, no?
It says right here 99.
Oh, you okay? The car says 99. My watch says 93. So let's go with the car. Makes it more dramatic. Harlingen, partly cloudy, 4 degrees higher than yesterday. Feels like 106. 52% humidity, UV index very high. Okay, we're gonna order now, so let's be quiet.
Sí, deme una docena de puerco, uno de pollo y no tiene de, sí, y una de bean cheese.
¿Y una de bean and cheese?
Sí.
¿Algo más?
Esto.
Ok, con mucho gusto en la siguiente ventanilla, por favor.
Gracias. We're so close to the border that we have to order in Spanish.
I have had 4. Oh, thank you, Nalia. Yeah, Nalia. Yeah, you hear what your uncle said. Well, yeah, I think they heard you because you have wearing my ear pod. So Analia is upstairs in her room, and she says that I have had 4 viewers at one point.
Oh, really?
So see, Analia, I'm famous. I had 4 viewers at one point. And so Analia is now in high school. She's a freshman, starting next week.
Wow.
On Tuesday.
She's a big girl now.
She's a big girl now. So Michelle bought her an alarm clock. Because if only Analia had already a something that she carried with her at all times that had an alarm clock. If only.
Which is the phone?
Pues sí, pero dice que no, I don't sleep with my phone y que la fregada. Digo, that's the point, you put the phone away from you. So anyways, but she has an alarm clock that worked this morning and woke her up at 5. You know what, Analia? I went for a walk this morning. I got and I streamed, but I forgot to turn off the Wi-Fi, so it didn't work. I walked all the way from my parents' house to my brother's house. ¿A qué hora van a misa ustedes mañana? Or is TV?
Watch it on TV.
Újale. Pues are the churches open here or not?
Apparently so, but yeah, no, it's like all.
So tomorrow morning, if I get up and go and walk to your house again, todos sudados, I can watch church with you guys from TV.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can pick you up.
No, I like to go on a walk because I do this and I say stuff and I get out of my system. Complain about my kids, especially my oldest daughter who's a pain in the butt. So Analia just asked, how is he not embarrassed by you, that being you? You know, Analia, next time you're in my house, I'll show you the video of my wedding. Obviously, when I wed your mom. And your tío Mundo here was my best man, and he didn't realize he had to give a speech. So he says that he doesn't know how your mom got the power to marry me. And by that he meant, like, why in the hell is she marrying him? Actually, yeah, when we were little in Mexico City, or younger, like in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, sometimes, oh, you'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story, you'll be fine. She'll be right back, she's going somewhere. Te iba a decir cuando íbamos a México y mi mamá nos mandaba que llévales a tu papá y llegabas tú con mi mamá enojado. ¡Ay! ¿Para qué mandas con estos? Es una pena con esos. Juan Pablo y yo hacíamos cosas en el metro.
You never behave.
Never behaved. Pues Analia said that I have had 4 viewers, but no sé si tengo uno ahorita, tengo 2, 3, 4, I don't know.
You cannot tell?
Pues it says I have 1 viewer. At one point it said I had 2 viewers, Analia says I had 4. I need to fix this, I don't know how it works. I'm not very good. We've been doing this Mundo for 44 minutes.
I'm looking at my Twitch.
Oh, when did you start in Twitch?
No, because I'm just following you.
Oh, that's right. Pues see how many I have. Pues sí, ponle. I have an extra follow. Let's see if it shows if you start following me. Or if you log in.
Wisconsin.
Does it say I'm live?
It says I'm running walk to
Appleton or South Texas?
I'm gonna drive to.
Dale. I can do it if you give me your phone. I'll check it.
Sir, it's going to be 1 pork, 1 chicken, and 1 bean and cheese?
Yes.
Okay, sir, that's going to be $26.60. Thank you.
Chihuahuas.
We'll give an extra 20.
Oh, give me an extra 20. I realize it.
Te digo, pues quédeselo de propina, señor. Oye, it says I'm live. It says it has one viewer. So that must be Analia. So it says one viewer. Users in chat.
$3.40 each.
Right. Gracias. Oh wait, stop, Chihuahuas. Okay. So it says here that I had 4 viewers. And it names them Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas. It says I have 3 viewers right now. Well, hello to the other viewers. Sorry, I didn't want to be rude. Oh wait, you're the other viewer. You're one of them.
Oh, I'm
Post,
there.
quién sabe. Anyway, so we just got tamales in here in McAllen, Texas. So we're gonna eat this for dinner or for lunch?
For lunch.
At your house or dónde?
At Grandpa's.
¿Y tus hijos?
We're gonna take them over there.
Oh, so we're gonna go pick him up. Oh, okay. Oh, so we can stream the whole lunch thing.
Oh, you can stream all. So you gotta be streaming all.
I said we could. I mean, I don't know if people want to see us eat tamales. Pero, or we can do another stream. It's just
It's just.
for the fun of it. No, pues it's not my thing, because if it really was my thing, I would be like advertising and get to 1 million subscribers or however 1,000 followers or whatever and make money. Pues do you ever see on Twitch like how people do it?
No.
You know, people play games and they get like 1,000 people watching them and then they get a ton of money.
What?
Yeah. Question: have you ever stepped on a bug on purpose before? If yes, would you ever do it again? So a question from Curious Responses. Have you ever stepped on a bug? Many times, many types of bugs. From little bugs like little spiders and little caterpillars and little ladybugs, all the way to Texas size, South Texas size, or Texas size cockroaches. Those things are huge. They're like 4 inches long, and you step on them once, and then a couple of minutes later they keep on moving again. You have to step on them twice. I've actually even stepped on tarantulas. Chihuahua, Mexicano. Tarantulas. Would you ever do it again? I will do it all the time. Well, certain bugs, like annoying bugs, like cockroaches or some ants inside of my house. Spiders in Wisconsin, I leave them alone. But here in South Texas, I step on spiders here in South Texas. I'm afraid of spiders here in South Texas. In Wisconsin, spiders in my house, they eat bugs. I don't mind them. Oh, okay. Well, since you have done it before, would you say you just step on it once to kill it, or would you also twist and drag your foot too? Oh wait, hold on, Mundo. Have you ever stepped on a bug and would you on purpose before, and would you do it again?
Yes.
And would you do it again?
Yes.
Chihuahuas. Yeah, my brother is to the point. Obviously, I like to hear myself talk. He doesn't. So, oh well, since you have done it before, would you say you just step on it once to kill it, or would you also twist drag your foot to it low? So, cockroaches in South Texas, you have to step on them like 3 or 4 times because they keep on moving because they're huge and they're like well defended. But those squishy bugs like caterpillars or ants, just once. I won't drag them. Oh, but you know what? If you step on dead light bugs,
Yeah. You get this mirror.
yeah, if you smear it, then it's kind of cool because then the phosphorescent stuff smears. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, I've done that before. And now Grace and Analia are back. So Analia, I was telling you the story that when your Tio Mundo, who's here again, say hi to Grace too.
Hey, Grace.
When we were little, my mom would, or we were younger, like 10, 11. No, how old were we when we went? Because we came here when I was 15.
I was 18.
So when we were like 12, 13, 14, my mom will say, hey, your dad who worked in downtown. So you don't twist and, okay, Chihuahuas. So Kira responds, okay, so you don't twist and drag it. Only lightning bugs. Everything else, I mean, I'm not in the best of shape, so I put enough weight that I kill most everything else. So Kira responds, I live in Wisconsin, so everything there is not that bad. But right now I'm visiting my relatives in South Texas. Here's stuff you really have to step on them and sometimes twist, but not drag, no. Tarantulas.
You usually don't want to kill them because they eat bugs.
And because they're big and scary, that's what I'm thinking. They don't know how they made tarantulas in Harlingen, ¿verdad? Ya no están.
No, not in Harlingen.
Yeah. When we used to come here as kids to visit from Mexico City, they were all over the place. Like at night and following morning, if you don't have air condition, they will be up in the screens of the windows and doors because they get cool that way.
But now that's why you have chickens, because the chickens eat all the bugs now.
Or you have chickens, yeah. But you know, even I mean, I don't even see cockroaches anymore, like the big ones. I mean, I'm sure it's still around. I just not seen it at my parents' house.
No, I haven't seen much in my house either. I got these little ones. They don't grow that big. They just stay small. They're a pill. They're a pain. Hey.
There's a car coming. Oh, because you're doing okay. So this guy, Kira's Responses, is doing a Twitch challenge where, based on you've seen the movie Men in Black, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know when I think it's the second one where it's like a guy from the world comes. It's actually a bug.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you squish a bug and twist it, and then the guy goes and kills the man.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to do a Step on the Bug challenge. Could you participate in it? You know, I would, except that we're driving back to Harlingen, and that's a half an hour drive from here.
About 25 minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes, and then after we get there, we have to pick up your family.
Mm-hmm. Got
And
things
then-
to do.
Yeah, and then we're gonna pick them up, and then go to my parents' house, and we're gonna eat some of those good tamales. So I could do it, and if you want, I could tape it and send it to you, or I could do it later. Because believe me, here in South Texas are plenty of big, ugly bugs to squish. Like Analia said, there's spiders in the trees everywhere, but that's at night. Oh, did I ever tell you when Miguel Angel came to my parents?
He's so lucky.
Miguel Angel?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he always ran into the spider webs.
Yeah, because he's an idiot. Most did it on YouTube or Instagram, DM too if you want, but that would be great if you could. Oh, absolutely. Kira's responses. If it's okay with you, I can either friend you later or you can friend me and I'll show you videos. Believe me, South Texas, there's plenty of those. Yeah, and I can YouTube them to you or Instagram to you or however that is. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be happy to do so. Because there's bugs tonight here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I believe you'll have bugs galore. So yeah, I'll be happy to do so. And yeah, we were just talking about my brother. So my brother drives down from Dallas to visit my parents, and he parks outside. And then he's always like, "Oh, I forgot something in my car." So he goes to his car and at night and walks right into a huge spider web with big old spiders in the middle of them. Well, one time I was here. The first time I came here with my two older ones, Andres and Alex. He goes, "It's like I'm going to my car," and he comes out with a flashlight. And I think Andres like, "Where are you going with a flashlight? The car is just across the street, and there's street lights." It's like, "So I can see the spiders." He's like, "What?" It's like, "Come over here." And he's like, "Yeah, walk to my car." And he's like, "Stop! Why?" And then he turns on the flashlight. There's a big old spider in front of him. That's why.
And he's that lucky.
Okay, so Kira's responses is saying, "Great. Since you've seen Men in Black, I'm sure you know which scene I'm referring to. You don't have to wear a suit either. Everyone decided that jeans and shoes or boots was easier, so that's fine." Right now, the guy in Florida is leading with 9 bucks. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs in Florida too. Yeah, I am not going to wear a suit, man. As my name implies, un Mexicano in Wisconsin. I live in Wisconsin, so I haven't been in South Texas in a long time. Right now, here in South Texas is freakish 93 degrees with 58 humidity. Feels like 106. So yeah, sorry, I ain't wearing a suit. Oh yeah, so he's saying if your brother is there too. So yeah, we can participate in the challenge, Mundo. We can squeeze some bugs.
Yeah.
But where will we find him? Outside your house? Outside my parents' house?
We can just go outside and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll just go outside and do it just for the fun of it. No biggie. Even get my brother's son, oldest son, Marcos. He's also on Twitch. Badwolf778 if you want to follow him. He does gaming games. That's dumb. Sorry. I speak English, really. Gaming videos. Well, you're on Twitch too, but you don't do videos, ¿verdad?
I don't do videos.
He just follows me and stalks me. No, he just talks to me. Well, my daughter, she was chatting here too, Analia. But she doesn't do videos either. She just follows. Well, I don't know, Analia, do you do? Well, they're working outside. She's at her mom's house, and they're working outside. So. Mundo, do they have? Well, I'm sure they do have. ¿Cómo se llama? Killer bees over here, right?
Killer bee, yeah. In fact, if you have a beehive, if you're not careful, that beehive will turn into killer bees.
Oh, they'll come and take over? They'll come and take over?
Yeah. They'll kill the queen. They'll make the queen. The killer bee queen turn the whole beehive.
Oh, jeez. Up in Wisconsin, a lot of people have beehives.
Yeah, here it's really easy to have a beehive. If you know how to take care of them, you can get a lot of money, but you just gotta pay attention to them.
Mundo, ¿qué son los vaqueros? Is it like a football team?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Oh, UT Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, they just became. That's their mascot, vaqueros.
Oh, so it's no longer U2 Pan American, now it's U2 Rio Grande Valley.
RGV, yeah.
Well, U2 Southmost in Brownsville also became a part of the UT system.
That's the same system.
Oh, it's also UT RGV?
Yeah.
Oh.
2 campuses. This is what I want to do.
I'll get an RV?
That's why I'll buy a truck so I can hold on RV.
Well, you know what they're called, right? RVs? You know what they're called? Winnebagoes?
Why?
Because they started up in Wisconsin. There's the Winnebago Indians.
Oh,
Well,
really?
I mean, I'm not saying that the Indians started, but there's like where I live is Lake Winnebago. Winnebago County is now in Oshkosh.
I like that these come from Wisconsin, like the sewer inlets,
Oh yeah, Nina Foundry actually. I know people that work there.
and they're all over. I mean, they're all over the United States.
Plus, actually, not only that, if you cross walking over in Progreso, as you cross, there's a metal grate. Nina Foundry was made in Nina Foundry. I took a picture of it. Yeah, Washington D.C. They have everywhere I go. I start looking also at just to see if it's Nina Foundry.
Also, the fire engines, trucks.
Yeah, there's
from
a
Oshkosh.
no.
Or-
From Appleton, there's Oshkosh has the Oshkosh Corp. They build a lot of military trucks.
There you go. That's what it was.
Yeah, Oshkosh Corp.
The army truck, right?
Yeah.
The new
Yeah,
Humvee.
well, a lot of it, not just Humvees, but a lot of them. Actually, in Oshkosh, obviously they have to test drive it, so you'll see a lot of those big old military trucks riding up and down the highway just to make sure they work. But in Appleton, they have a fire truck factory, and they build fire trucks and every they build them all over. They send them all over the world. So what they do is that the ones that they just build, they have them out in the parking lot so you can see them from the highway for about a week before they ship them out. And then, but that's in Appleton. But Oshkosh, well, they have the clothing in Oshkosh B'gosh.
Okay,
That's also Oshkosh. What else do they have in Oshkosh? Well, so you know how the Iwo Jima monument of the is it 4 Marines?
Yeah.
4 or 5, I forget. So one of them is from Weslaco, right?
Yeah.
But one of them is from Appleton.
Really?
Yep. And then, well, do you remember, who Joseph McCarthy is, the U.S. Senator and the McCarthyism, going against communists back in the 50s? He was born in Appleton. He was actually a judge in Appleton first, in Outagamie County. And then he became a U.S. Senator, and he's buried in Appleton.
There's a lot of history in Appleton.
Yeah. Harry Houdini. Pues no, don't you listen to my walk? I walk through Wisconsin. I walk through Appleton,
Not every time.
Chihuahuas. I'm telling you about. So anyway, so Harry Houdini, you know the magician. He's from what, Hungary or somewhere. He grew up part of his childhood. He spent part of his childhood in Appleton.
Wow.
Yeah, and then. So if Analia were watching, she will see all the palm trees I gave, pero she's not.
She's gonna miss it.
Monday?
She's gonna miss it again.
Oh, she's working in the. She said that they were working in the backyard, so Michelle probably has them doing.
Also, you were talking to me about the
Working outside.
garden that you made for.
Oh yeah, so the garden. So ¿qué te estaba diciendo? Oh yeah, so I made ¿cómo se dice? Vegetable beds, out of cider wood, not cider. Cedar, yeah. Cider is look at the Thomas. Sorry. Yeah, so I made a whole bunch of them. You never saw it, did you? I'll show you some pictures on Facebook.
I saw some pictures, yeah.
And Michelle used to grow all stuff, green beans, corn one year, chiles, tomatoes, not cabbages, pumpkins. I think she did watermelons one year. Lettuce, basil. So we used to make, ¿cómo se dice? Margarita pizza. You know what that is?
No.
It's basically basil, tomatoes, and cheese. So I'll get tomatoes from her garden and put it with olive oil and basil, fresh basil from her garden, and cut it up and we'll make pizza. Chihuahua, I'm hungry now.
That's what I want to do. Marco and I, now that we've been building stuff, I want to build a brick oven pizza.
Hi, but here in Wisconsin it's so hot.
Huh?
It's so hot here in Wisconsin. I mean, here in Texas.
But I won't fire it up in the summer. I'll probably fire it up like winter.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But and you make it out of clay. And we here in South Texas we have the clay soil. So all I need is a clay and straw, and I can make the bricks for the dome. And I need to buy the special bricks for the where you cook the pizza. But
Yeah.
everything else is I can use the clay for the soil.
At UD, the Rump campus, they have a big pizza oven outside.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Brick oven?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
When we went to Rome, we didn't use the campus at UD yet because they hadn't finished yet. They haven't even started. But now they have their own. They have their vineyard, and they have their own wine. Yeah, UD makes its own wine. You can buy it online.
Really?
I've never tasted it. I know that Michelle's sister Ellen bought some. Chihuahua, pues it said it had 2 viewers, pero ¿qué response se fue?
Well, I got 2 grapevines.
Oh, Michelle had red and ¿cómo se llama? Not red, I'm sorry.
Muscadine?
Pues no sé cómo se llama, pero white grapes, and she had also blue grapes, and she had blueberries. She had blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries. The problem was that the strawberries, the birds will eat them, and then they will poop on the fence. So then we had strawberries growing out everywhere. It was kind of a pain. Oh, no worry, Kira's responses. Don't worry about it. He just got a call. Not to worry about it. We're just driving, so we're not doing anything important. ¿Es una iglesia ya, no?
Yeah, it's a church.
Church protestantes. Una chorcha, como diría mi papá. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Qué estaba diciendo? Oh, the first year we bought it, I actually put a net on top of it the first summer. But there was a problem because then birds will get stuck on it. And there was a pain to take it down in the winter time. So in the second summer, we got more birds getting stuck on it. So then I left it on the entire, then winter came and then the snow will pull it down. So then we stopped putting it. Then what we got is we got a fake hawk. Or no hawk. It's una lechuza, como se dice? An owl. But no, the birds will get smart and they wouldn't fall for it.
I think I'm gonna make something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and build some raised bed garden.
that's why we had a raised bed.
But instead of making it out of cedar, I'm gonna make my own concrete walls.
Well, it's not. The nice thing about cedar windows is that you can move them easily if you have to move it or what have you. What I did is that I actually made holes on the side, and we bought that hose that you use it to water straight to the roots or straight to the bottom. And we used it 1 year, but then it was a pain and it wasn't watering everything, so then we just had a water.
So
Sprinkler.
you use a watering system with little hoses and little sprayers?
I didn't go. No, we didn't go that deep into it. I could have, but we decided to go. The problem with that is that in Wisconsin, when it gets hot like this, which is not very often, but it does, because it's bad for the plants. Because then the water doesn't get to the dirt, but it just stays on the roots. I mean, on the leaves.
Yeah, that's how you put mulch.
No, we didn't put mulch. But we were good. We put we bought dirt, but then we bought the stuff they put in dirt so that they have nutrients and
Minerals? Isomite?
I don't know how it was bags of that stuff that we did.
Little rocks?
No. It's like dirt, but it has like a ton of nutrients, so you have to mix it with regular dirt.
I make my own dirt.
But Michelle bought a big black thing where you put all your leftovers, compost. But we never turned it. That's the whole thing. So it never really worked. And then hornets will make their hives in there. So we stopped doing that. Okay, Dad, I'm back. Annalia's back. Oh, and so is Curious Responses. Well, hello back to both of you. Analia, so to finish the story, Analia, you were saying that, isn't my brother ashamed of or embarrassed of me? So when we were younger, like in our 10, 12, 13, my mom used to send us to my dad's work in downtown Mexico City. So we'll have to take the bus and then take the subway to take my dad something that he needed. So my dad will send all three of us older brothers. So we will come back, and of course, Tio JP and I will do stupid thing on the bus and stupid thing on the metro, just having fun. So we'll come back, and your Tio Mundo will be complaining to my mom, "Hi, Mom, don't send me with this two again." My mom is like, "Why not?" "Well, they embarrass me. They do all this crazy stuff in the bus and in the metro."
Metro means subway.
Subway, yeah. Metro is a subway, yeah. So yeah. Okay, Curious Response is saying, if you want to do the challenge on Instagram, I'll send you a whisper message on here and you can let me know. Hopefully when I mention the details of it earlier, it makes it. And Leah says, preach. She feels your pain. That's why Curious Responses. So on Instagram, just whisper me the details, and my nephew, who's how old is Marco?
16.
He's 16, so he'll show me how to do it so I can understand it. Because obviously, if you've been following the stream, I'm not very good at this technology thing. It's just yeah. So we'll do the videos and send them to you via Instagram and then have fun. You can just tell people that follow me in Mexicano, Wisconsin. That's fine. It's immigration and time-lapse videos. I'll appreciate it. You don't have to. That's fine too. Or if you have a YouTube, you can post it on YouTube. I have a YouTube, but it's mostly a more serious channel. I do immigration videos, U.S. immigration videos, and time lapses. So the few people that have subscribed would appreciate that. So I'll send it to you, and then you can do whatever you want with it. That's fine. Oh, we're in Mercedes.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Here's the drainage system.
Oh, the drainage system. Yeah.
Last time, when was it?
Hi, Analia. So I just told this guy that, sorry to interrupt you, Mundo, but I just told this guy that, I have a more serious channel with immigration videos and time lapses. And Analia, yeah, because time lapses are serious. Yeah, Yes, I have a mouthy girl. Oh, look, Analia, that's the bridge. So this is the, what you were saying, Mundo, is the channel for...
The water. Oh, look at that pink. Anyways, that's a drainage.
For the Rio Grande.
Yeah.
When the Rio Grande has too much water, so it doesn't flood down the stream to Brownsville and
Well, there's a
Arlington.
reason why they call it the valley, because water doesn't exit this area very easily. So
Yeah.
they have to use. They have to channel all that water through these berm system. And last time during Dolly, we got
Hurricane.
within, what, maybe 2 feet from the top of the berm.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
That's pretty close, and that could have been disastrous because it would have flooded several cities if that water would have spilled over. People don't have flood insurance; they should get it
Yeah, they should get.
because you never know, especially living here in the valley.
Oh, say hello to Grace. Grace is on that.
Hey, Grace, how are you?
Castillo Mundo, Grace. Curious responses. Mundo, will you participate in the squish?
Sure.
Yeah, he'll participate. Well, you have your own Twitch channel. You don't have a YouTube channel, right?
Well, I help you film it.
All right. Yeah, he'll participate too. Oh, and Grace says hello, Tio Mundo. Yeah, Grace, we just got some tamales from the city of McAllen, which is a 35-minute drive. So they better be darn good tamales. So we're gonna go pick up your cousins and your tia Diana, and then we're gonna go to Grandpa's and Grandma's house to eat it. Oh yeah, the outlets. Oh yeah, outlets. And more Tio Mundo. Grace is nice. So yeah, curious responses. Yeah, we'll film it and we'll try to squish as many bugs as we can find. We'll watch it be no bugs outside tonight when we look for bugs. Just to prove me wrong.
There's lizards and alligators. Alligators. They look like alligators. They're so big.
Oh yeah, we have to squish more than 9 bugs. Do we have to squish 9 different bugs, curious responses, or can we squish 9 of the same bugs? Because hey, there are mounds of fire ants here, so we can squish a whole bunch of them. Do we have lightning bugs in Texas or yeah, no?
Yeah.
Do we have it now or we're still hot for them right now?
I think so.
Can we
cicadas. Maybe we can go find some cicadas.
Oh my gosh. Actually, Alia was talking to me about cicadas, sorry, como fregado se diga, keeping it PG-13.
Wasn't there a girl named Cicada?
Like in high school or
I don't know. Maybe.
like a singer? There's probably a singer named Cicada
Yeah.
somewhere. Cicada.
Isn't that a girl's name? I think just it is.
You know, curious responses. What I'll do is that I'll Twitch live us squishing squishing. Sorry, my accent came out. Squishing the box tonight, and then I'll just and then I'll download it to my second YouTube channel when I keep all my. Oh, we have another viewer. Grow Lancer. Bugs are gross. Yeah, some bugs are pretty gross. Others are kind of fun. Right now we're in South Texas, so bugs here are pretty tough. There's huge cockroaches that you have to really try to kill. And now the Leas have had 6 years. Yeah, and they're big tarantulas. Yeah, I tell you what, is the curious responses. If we find a big tarantula, we might not squish it because they're big and it might bite us. Actually, no, right?
No, but they're beneficial because they eat bad bugs.
Oh, especially, yeah, absolutely, curious. We'll go into the special events category. And Analia, I agree. And yeah, we probably, if we find a tarantula, we will not squish it because, yeah, they do eat a lot of bad bugs. So we'll respect, and because they're big and scary. But yeah, we'll go out and we'll try to do something. We'll leave it up to Marcos. find something.
He'll do anything we tell him.
Yeah, who will be the brave one to smash the tarantula? You know, earlier I told Curious Responses that I've squished a tarantula, but you know what, Mundo? I remember, so back in the day when we used to come here to South Texas on vacation from Mexico City, back in the back alleys you could see, in the back alleys you could sometimes see tarantulas. And so what we used to do is that you'll find a tarantula hole, pour water on it, and the tarantula will come out. And you know what, Mundo? It was Neto and I that would kill a tarantula, but we didn't squish it. We threw rocks at it, and finally we got a chancla and we threw at it until it died. Yeah, we were scary little kids. We wouldn't, yeah. Oh, okay. So don't wear a suit. Yeah, we're not gonna wear a suit. If you have jeans and shoes, yeah, we're gonna wear shoes, but we're not squishing books barefooted.
Or how about chanclas, huaraches?
We have huaraches. Do you have Mexican huaraches?
Oh, the Crocs. It's the closest thing that I have to a huarache.
Well, I brought my tennis shoes, so I'll do that.
Oh,
Not gonna lie, I wanna see a tarantula get smashed. Yeah, I'm too chicken. I told you, Grow Lancer. We'll Twitch it tonight, so if you want to come back and see it, and we'll try to look for a tarantula, but we'll have to pour water on the. Oh, at night that should be out, right?
Yeah, it should be out. Maybe we can go north, on the north side of
Harlingen?
no, on the west side of Harlingen. We'll see a lot of tarantulas.
And bugs. Yeah. If you have jeans, I feel like Curious Responses knows me because he keeps on saying that I should wear jeans. It's like, you've seen my legs, they're pretty ugly, so I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you, but sound like you know me. Wouldn't it be hard to see anything at night? Well, we'll bring flashlights. You have flashlights, but I'm not.
Yeah. We'll get our phones.
Well, you cannot do. No, we'll have flashlights. We'll have flashlights. We'll stop at Home Depot and buy some flashlights. You know, years ago, I bought a big flashlight that actually I use at my house now. I keep it by my bed. It's a huge flashlight, so if like someone comes into my house, I can beat them over the head with it. It's big and heavy, but also very bright. Like if you flash in someone's eyes, you can hurt them.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big. I wanted to wear a suit, so everyone's. Yeah. Curious Response is one of those things that. It's a great time to have bugs because it's summertime, but it's so hot. So yeah, who wants to wear suits? Well, Grow Lancer. I'm sorry, I keep on mispronouncing your name. Right now it is 2 o'clock where I am. That's why I'm hungry, Mundo, because it's 2 o'clock. So when will we go do this? Around what time?
Oh, I don't know.
8?
Yeah, 7:30.
7:38. So we're looking around 5.5 to 6 hours from now. So where are you, Grow Lancer? So right now so we're looking 5.5 to 6 hours from now. So we'll do it Twitch, we'll do it live, and then what I'll do, Curious Responses, tomorrow because I'm on vacation right now. I'm here for a week. So tomorrow during the day I'll download it and then I'll cut it up and then I'll send it to you via almost noon. Oh, so you're Pacific time. Oh, so you're right where my son is, Pacific time. He's in Southern California.
Okay.
So yeah, so 6-7 your time. Yeah, we'll do it. And I'm not saying we're gonna find a tarantula, but I'm saying we'll look for one. So we need to bring water just in case we find a tarantula hole.
Yeah.
We can dump water on it.
Bring some couple of jugs of water.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so then I don't have to save it. Great, Curious. So I'll just stream it, and I'll make sure that I put it on the what's the category you said? Chihuahuas. Let me go down. Oh, the category special events category. Yeah, I'll do it that way. Are there tarantulas in Texas? They are in South Texas for sure, and I'm saying for sure because when we were little and we used to come on vacation, we used to catch them and then take them down to Mexico City. of them survive, right, Mundo? Well, so here's the funny thing. So we will go through all this work to find tarantulas, to catch him, and then to bring him down to Mexico City from South Texas. And we'll bring him down to Mexico City. We were all excited. Oh, we got tarantulas to show it to our friends. Until last maybe a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. So we always thought it was because of the weather or the altitude. So now, fast forward 30 years, my mom is confessing to us that when we will go to school and my dad will go to work, she will get insecticide and spray the tarantulas where we kept them in the little aquarium. And that's why they would die. Yeah, I'll change the category curious response for sure. But one time, one tarantula, remember Juan Pablo's tarantula? That one survived. Yeah, he kept it in a little aquarium, in a glass aquarium. And so what we used to do is that he will go to the butcher, to the chicken butcher, and he will buy chicken livers for it. And so we'll put a chicken liver, the tarantula will go and suck it dry. Yeah, this is my brother right here. There's a guy named, and I keep on mispronouncing your name, I apologize. Grow Lancer. That's my oldest brother. We're from Mexico City, so he's the oldest. Then there's JP, then me, then Miguel Angel, and then my sister Elisa. But yeah, so he's my brother. Curious Response is not my brother. I mean, he's my bro in that bro. What's up, man? But yeah, that's my invitation of that. Yeah, he's my big brother. My oldest brother. You're what, 50? Okay? He's 52. Oh my gosh, I'm 40. What? 20, oh my gosh, I'm 49. Son of a gun, getting up there. Oh, you want to see my face? Why do you want to see my face for here? Hold on. How do I do this? I don't know how to turn the. Well, I'll just do it like this. Hello, Twitch world. That's my face. Not much to look at. See, that's why I don't. I'm just a viewer, no relation. There you go, yeah. I mean, you're my bro in that, yo, man. Well, I'm assuming you're a guy, so I'm saying, yo, man, we're all brothers and sisters in this world, right? But yeah, no relation. Although if you're a Lopez, maybe we're related. Who knows? So I really am the younger brother. Actually, I have more gray hair than he does. Do I? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but that's because I have more kids than he does, so I have to put up with more.
You have Analia and Grace.
Oh yeah, well, you also have 2 daughters. Yeah, he only has 1 son and 2 daughters. I have 3 sons and 2 daughters. But yeah, I've been streaming for the past, oh my gosh, hour and a half, Mundo. Yeah, because we drove over to McAllen, Texas from Harlingen, Texas to pick up some good tamales. Which bro is the better bug smasher? That will be the real question. Absolutely. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be wearing shorts, not to show off my legs, but just because it's hot.
Oh, you know what? I can't. We're doing construction on this side.
And we'll look for. Well, down here in South Texas, we have those big, Texas-sized cockroaches that you have to smash. Like, my goodness gracious, they're driving 2 or 3 times to kill. We'll look for tarantulas just for you, Grow Lancer. We'll look for tarantulas just for you. And then there's fire ants, there's soldier ants, and if we can find some lightning bugs, I'll squish one with my hands. ¿Y qué más hay aquí?
Frogs.
Well, that's not a bug though. That's an amphibian, so that we don't want to squish that.
Lizards.
That's also not a bug. There's mosquitoes, there's skeeter eaters, there's
Oh, the cicadas.
all this. Yeah, we're gonna look for cicadas. Cicadas. If we find a tarantula, will we kill it? So we have a bit of a conundrum, because on the one hand, tarantulas are good because they eat a lot of nasty bugs that we don't like, that are pains in the butt. So we don't want to destroy the ecosystem. And also, we're chickens.
Yeah, we don't want to. We need to restore the balance. Right?
Oh, they're saying anything small and moving is a bug. Mostly beetles, snails, worms, roaches, and spiders too. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can find. If we find a tarantula, I don't know if Grow Lancer, if you're there and we find a tarantula, I might step up and kill it. He says, whoever is the brave brother to do it, I'll tip my hat off to you. But we'll see. But you know why? You know what, guys? I appreciate you guys joining us, and I really do, because usually I don't get viewers. I get one. I'll rephrase that. My kids usually view, like earlier we had my number 2 son who's in Dallas viewing, and then I had my 2 daughters viewing. So I do appreciate you guys just sticking around and spending time with us. But we are close to my brother's house, so we're gonna pick up his family. We're gonna then go to my parents' house, eat some good tamales with salsa. Mundo, we need to pick up some cervezas.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just remembering.
To pick up some beer.
But do you want beer or you want the other?
Let's say beer, because I'm twitching. I don't want people to think that I'm drinking girly drinks.
Oh.
But guys, hopefully if you want to come back with in about 6 hours, around 8 o'clock our time, we'll do some bug hunting. But you guys take care. I appreciate you guys watching. I am un Mexicano in Wisconsin, although I'm in Texas right now. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the other side, or in 6 hours. Oh, wait. Well, thanks again for participating on the later review. You later. Yep, turning later for the smash. You guys take care. And if I can, and see you guys.